The Prime Minister of Israel is nominating Donald Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize. The death toll from the flooding in Texas has now risen to 109 people. You're soon not going to have to take off your shoes when you go through TSA anymore. And a family of farmers in North Carolina tragically pass away as their plane completely shatters midair. Last night, the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, announced that he is nominating Donald Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize. This morning, Benjamin Netanyahu's office released a letter saying that Donald Trump had a pivotal role in negotiating diplomatic relations between Israel and several Arab states in 2020. Not even what's going on right now. The letter appeared to be part of Mr. Netanyahu's attempt to cement relations with Donald Trump during his White House visit. He said, quote, President Trump has demonstrated steadfast and exceptional dedication to promoting peace, security, and stability around the world. A letter from July 1st. If Donald Trump actually does end up winning the Nobel Peace Prize, that would absolutely turn the world on its head after everything that's been happening in the last 6-7 months. It feels like we've been doing this for years now, but Donald Trump may actually have a chance to win a Nobel Peace Prize, which would be absolutely insane. You know, when you go through the line at TSA, you have to take all your phones, your computers out of your backpack, put them in a separate bin, and then you have to take your shoes off and walk through that nasty walkway that everybody else is. Well, now the TSA is not going to make you do that anymore. The TSA is set to end the shoes off policy for airport security screenings. Passengers at some airports across the United States no longer have to remove their shoes during the regular TSA security checks. But the White House press secretary also seemed to confirm it, saying that it's big news from the Department of Homeland Security. The change appears to be a phased approach, and the first airports where no shoes require is Baltimore, Washington, Fort Lauderdale International, Cincinnati, Portland, Philadelphia, and the Piedmont Triad in North Carolina, which is close to where I'm from, but that's very weird that they chose that. However, CBS News in LAX and LaGuardia have reported Monday night that they and other passengers did not have to take off their shoes. This all started after 9/11, right? Everything really went locked down on flights in 9/11. And then in 2006, there was a man on an American Airlines flight that tried to start a bomb that was in his shoe. And then people actually tackled him down. So he wasn't able to use the bomb. But then the TSA was like, no, you have to start taking your shoes off. But now with all the technology that can literally scan your entire body, I feel like we don't even need that anymore. So I think this is a good thing that we are getting rid of that on these planes. We don't have to worry about that anymore. And that's a good sign. We have an update on the flooding in Texas. There is now 105 people dead, 5 campers, and 1 counselor still missing. And that is now Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's 4 days, almost 5 days now. The 5 campers and the 1 counselors are being presumed dead as well. So that means that this death toll will rise to over 110, making it one of the most deadly from a natural disaster in the United States history. Now, it's being reported that in 2017, Kerr County, which is where the majority of these people have passed away from, their officials rejected a $300,000 flood warning system for the Guadalupe River, calling it too extravagant. And people are saying that the price tag doesn't sound too extravagant now. Donald Trump confirmed that him and Melania will be visiting Kerr County on Friday, but they did not want to get in anyone's way. He said, that's what happens. A president goes. Everyone is focused on them. I don't want anyone to focus on us because this situation is very tragic. Now, the majority of the flooding victims were killed in Kerr County, which is where Donald Trump is going to go visit, which is also where they allegedly got this offer for this flood warning system. And this rose the river 24 feet in under 1 hour. Not 24 inches, 24 feet, 2.5 basketball goals in just an hour at 4 o'clock in the morning on July 4th. They have also started to release the first bodies to the families. Right here it says some bodies have been released to their families, though some remain in autopsy, but they were uncertain of how many remain missing. Authorities are going to hold another press conference at 5 p.m. today. So this one hits a little close to home. I'm actually from North Carolina, and I used to live in Sanford, North Carolina, more specifically Broadway, North Carolina, which is exactly where this family lives at. And they had a fruit stand right near my house that I would go and get fruit from all the time. Well, they were apparently on their way home from the beach yesterday, actually early this morning, and their plane just completely obliterated, completely fell apart. Nobody has any idea how. And all four of them actually passed away not too far from my old house. Travis Buchanan, his wife Candace, their children Aubrey and Walker all passed away in Lee County, North Carolina after their plane completely fell apart. Three of the family members died at the scene, while a fourth was rushed to an area hospital where they died from their injuries. And aerial footage from the local news station shows the plane splintered into smithereens. This is it right here. In a wide open field, the plane is completely demolished. They have no news yet. The NTBSB, the National Transportation Safety Board, they are investigating the cause of the crash. But this is not only sad for this family, but for the whole community because so many people loved them and actually supported their business. And now people don't know what's going to happen to their business because this was their family. So, guys, be sure to follow along for any updates for all these stories, and I'll bring you more news tomorrow.